underdog, but as you mentioned, they are one of the newer teams. So I am very excited to see them. And we do have Cerberus and Prime Mongolia, the two teams that we just saw getting ready at the Internet Cafe.
That's right. So we are into the draft for our first game of the WCG 2019 Xi'an APAC qualifier finals. Okay, this is the last time I'm ever going to say that. It's a little bit of a mouthful. Well, let's go ahead and look at the way things are right now. Once again, this is played on the new patch 7.22. So if you're wondering why we have an IO ban, well, made possible in part by our new patch, as that is now brought back into captain's mode. So, yeah, the IO and Near Earth Spirit taken away there by Prime. I think you
Oracle is also banned there.
Yeah, we've been seeing a lot of Oracle bans. The Necrophos makes a little bit of sense there. I'm not sure exactly why the DK is banned out first. I don't usually think of that as a very high priority ban at the beginning of the roster. Mars, no way. Okay, well, you know, we were talking about how maybe they wanted to play things a little bit differently. We're already seeing a little bit of something different here. The God of War.
All right, so we do have the Medusa and Vengeful Spirit, and every time I see either a Medusa or even a Naga Siren, right, on one team, I just hope the other doesn't pick the other. So basically what I'm saying is I don't want Medusa on one team and Naga Siren on the other, because that is a potential 50-minute game right there. We're going to just see Medusa and Naga just farm the crap out of the whole game and then just go for that one team fight to finish it. And right now, Medusa is already picked. Let's see what.
All we need is like a good Alkin here. Like, just get me some late game heroes. Fast forward past the first 20 minutes, and then we get to play a game of Dota. I'm just really interested to see Mars because, you know, in all honesty, I haven't gotten a chance to really see that hero in action, and I'm not sure exactly what Cerberus has in store. But it certainly doesn't telegraph much about their draft, at least not to me. We'll see what they want to round out the first half of their draft with here in just a little bit.
All right, well, they are obviously taking their time to see. I hope they're not contemplating whether to pick Naga or not, just to match Medusa. And of course,
there's Grimstroke. Okay, now Grimstroke also, and I think exclusively Cerberus is now just picking heroes that I'm least familiar with. But Grimstroke a little bit newer, but he'll be, I guess, painting us a little bit of a picture. And I guess if you want to go for any sort of like Mars-engaged Grimstroke, it's certainly going to make it a little bit less attractive to take him out on the front lines, especially if you're trying to hit him from the side. It's not gonna be dealing quite as much damage there, especially if he does get that Grimstroke ult. So, moving on to ban phase number 2. Gonna be taking Beastmaster out of the way there. Cerberus doesn't want to let that one through. And on the other side, we're now into reserve time to see what they are putting some extra thought into as that ban.
All right, we do have. All right, Kunkka is banned, and this is not a surprise ban. We do see either Kunkka banned or picked. He's rarely left alone. Yeah, we do see some compositions where Kunkka isn't included. If a team wants to go for a specific build, like, you know, we do sometimes see an aura build where like 5 heroes with aura. Like, you know, Kunkka's not going to be included in that. They rather ban it. But yeah, so for now, we do have the Kunkka ban here.
Right, and with the Kunkka ban, I think that also sets up something along the lines of denying, you know, anything that could go against Medusa later on. I'm just kind of in the dark about Cerberus's lineup because they haven't super telegraphed exactly what they're looking for. The Venge doesn't, you know, surprise me, but the Doom ban doesn't either. I think Doom is kind of up there, not necessarily with Kunkka, but certainly with another one of our late game farming options. Just you don't want your Medusa to get doomed. It just really sort of puts a little bit too much pressure on there. And, you know, it's not like there's not ways to deal with that, but taking it off the board seems to make a lot of sense here.
Yeah, especially Cerberus taking off Doom here. They just want to get that Grimstroke, because Grimstroke, since we're still waiting for them to pick, is a hero where it could basically counterattack a gank and, you know, kind of turn things around, put the opposing team in a dilemma. And we do have that Omni Knight picked up here.
Okay, so Omni Knight third, and I was kind of wondering when we're going to really feel the support phase come through, because that can telegraph a little bit about what you want. If you do draft, more supports, and I think our Thai team is kind of a little bit more known for, playing a couple of five position heroes. So. I mean, Omni Knight is exactly what he sounds like. Just really good if you do need that extra source of healing, although certainly not the most popular, at least from the stats I was looking at. And I don't know what to expect from our Mongolian team, so they could have a totally different way of playing Dota than what we're used to.
Yeah, exactly. We are used to seeing the big leagues, the big name teams play. And, like we said before over and over, these teams, some of these teams may surprise us. However, some of these teams obviously may make some choices or make some ban or picks that may be questionable. But not saying that the Omni Knight pick is questionable until we see the full 5 pick come through. However, Cerberus, they are taking their time.
Yeah, I mean, 30 seconds of reserve time is not going to make the rest of this draft easy by any means. Lich, okay, obviously, infinite Chain Frost bouncing around your team makes anybody a little bit scared to hang out together. And obviously, with Omni Knight, you kind of want to get together to make sure that you get some of the invulnerability from his ult. But you don't really see Lich and Omni Knight go head to head too often. And certainly, if you are worried about Chain Frost, sticking together and being invulnerable is going to make that Lich a little bit less attractive.
All right, well. The Lich does make sense, to be honest, for me, because Omni Knight's ult is invulnerability only for physical damage. So Lich's ult is going to still do damage even if Omni Knight pops his ult. So it does kind of make sense in a way, but just because of an Omni Knight, yeah, Lich makes sense. We'll see what Cerberus goes up with their next pick after Prime Mongolia gets their 4th pick, because today does Cerberus want to stick with more mages just because of that Omni Knight ult? So
I didn't actually talk about this during the early phase of our draft, but somehow an Earthshaker made it to 4th pick.
Yeah.
Earthshaker's like, if you had never played a game of Dota before and you were just like, what hero should I pick first? Just always. Earthshaker is just that guy. He's just so good. It's not only right now in the meta, it just doesn't get better for engage, initiation. You just need an Earthshaker on your team. Nobody really does it better than Earthshaker. On the counter side, if you're not good at getting your Blink Echo Slams off, you probably want to maybe forego the Earthshaker until you've got some time to practice that. But it's certainly a very, very strong pick here, and it's setting up to once again create the support that a really farmed Medusa needs to carry.
Yeah, so basically right now it just seems like protect and create opportunities for Medusa and even Vengeful Spirit there just to pick some people off early game or just reduce their armor. Some of the aura going there for Medusa. But like I said, Prime Mongolia, they are going to need a lot of time for Medusa to farm up, to get ready to actually get into the fight. We still only see 4 picks. Depending on their 5th pick, it may change and shift a little bit for their playstyle. But for now, with the 4 picks that we see on the side of Prime Mongolia, it's going to be they're going to try to drag it out as long as possible.
Yeah, they certainly are. What we can't drag out as long as possible is this ban phase. And this looks like, okay, we're going to take Weaver out.
Anti-Mage and Weaver are the last 2 bans.
Yeah, I guess the Anti-Mage makes a little bit of sense, but I think it'll really come down to what the 5th pick is for Prime. I think it's a lot easier to look at Prime's comp here and kind of see what they're going for with that early Medusa. Ooh. But whoa, okay. Sniper, like, you gotta be... There's no way that you look at a Sniper player and aren't sure whether or not he's good or not. Because Sniper is just, like, so dead if you get on top of him. He just falls over. But if you're able to use that shrapnel to get, like, long-range vision and just fire from a million billion miles away, then, I mean, Sniper's your guy. So,
But that's what all sniper players think. I'm just gonna keep my distance.
Yeah,
I will
yeah,
never
yeah.
get ganked,
Tell me more.
Know? Yeah, I will never get ganked. I will always have my wards down. I will see the enemies coming, and you know there's a Vengeful Spirit and Earthshaker, and they're not gonna hit me with the blink.
Yeah, and then you get swapped into the middle of the team, and Earthshaker destroys you. And here, okay, this makes a lot of sense. The anti-mage ban, and then the Leshrac is the last one. It doesn't get much higher magic damage than Leshrac. Besides the ult, just unstable ground is just more than you care to deal with. And it's just a very kind of, I don't want to say monolithic, but the idea is lots of support, lots of disruption, and if you focus either Leshrac or Medusa, there's tons to keep them alive. I really like what we're going for here from Prime, from Mongolia, but it does feel like Cerberus has so many options to go for, and really that Grimstroke to stop a farm hero like Medusa from just one-shotting whoever they manage to catch out.
Yeah, we'll have to see here. To be honest here, for me personally, from seeing this draft, I like Prime Mongolia's draft overall a little bit better. It feels as if they can kind of take control of this game in a way where if they want to do a team fight, if they want to initiate, they have the tools. If they want to slow it down, take their time, make it a 50 or an hour game, they also can do that with their defensive spells and heroes as well. So I don't know, we'll have to see how this is played out, but I don't know, before we get in, just my prediction is that Primal Mongolia just has a better pick in my opinion.
Well, we'll see if your opinion is valid or not.
Yeah, we'll see.
And how it stacks up against the infinitely valuable opinion of our viewers, who I'm sure have quite a bit of that going on. But let's go ahead and see how things are going to shape up. I don't think it's going to surprise anyone. The Medusa, we're just running mid for now. I always get my hopes up that we're going to see the return of the hard support tri-lane, but no, it doesn't look like that is in our future here, at least. So early wards coming out. It doesn't look like we're gonna be seeing any creep blocking or pulls, at least for now. But do want to make sure that TNT knows which side of the map he needs to be on. Thankfully, he's going to be able to chew his way through and away safely.
Definitely went in there probably to ward. Took a lot of damage. Doesn't want to go home yet to heal up, but here we go. We do hear the horns for the creeps. Oh my gosh, this guy. Want to get as much damage as possible.
Oh, did he really get the steal off on that bounty rune?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, 3-1. So a nice start there for Prime Mongolia.
Goodness.
Feels bad to have that taken, but I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
Yep. All right, well, we do have the Monkey King going at bot.
Omni-Knight a little bit slow to creep block, so that long lane is going to push a little bit further. The safe lane is going to be a little bit further out than maybe he would otherwise have wanted. But still, the pick that I still don't fully understand is Mars. Maybe that's just because he's a little bit new, but also just because I'm not sure exactly what position that's supposed to hold here. Yeah, every time I see Fissure, I'm just like, okay, well, you have at least one more of those left, and then your hero doesn't do anything anymore. So I got to keep an eye on that.
All right. Well, we have the lanes here. Earthshaker kind of doing the poke damage with his skills early on. It's not going to make a huge difference. The early laning phase. Not a big deal. Nothing. No first blood coming out yet.
Yeah, we're just going to see a little bit more. The only thing I'm worried about is like Full Moon. He really does seem to love to disrupt, and I don't. I mean, okay, he's an Earthshaker. Surprise! But the focus on the top lane is what really kind of surprises me, because especially when like Sari's underneath his tower, I don't think you're really going to be having a whole lot of success there. Yeah. This is the lane where we're probably going to see our first blood come from. And I'm not trying to jinx it, put the caster curse on it. I'm just saying that especially with Omni-Knight here, that could really turn the tide of the bottom, the safe lane. I guess what could also turn the tide is a pause.
But you guys can probably see the chat for yourselves. they froze, I guess. One of the computers froze.
Either that or the weather is very cold outside today.
And he meant frozen because it was cold. But it seems like we are going live again. The countdown has begun. We are back. And you were mentioning that, this lane with the Omni Knight and the Monkey King probably get the first blood. But look at this. It seems like Vengeful Spirit is in trouble.
Yeah, Tavanarita trying to run away, but
there we go.
Nowhere to go. He got painted to death there.
And the shield.
Yeah, and Mars takes first blood, so a little bit surprising to me. But I think what was more surprising is that positioning, just a little bit too far forward, didn't respect the damage there. And that's first blood over to Cerberus from Thailand.
Yeah, and it's a little bit off topic, but ever since Mars came out, I was wondering if it's any way possible for Mars Skin to come out and have that Captain America shield. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
They're just waiting. It's like when they run out of fantastic, skin ideas, that's certainly in there.
Yeah.
We're definitely going to see Broodmother Spider-Man at some point. Or I guess it would be Spider-Woman, but... Yes. Regardless, Full Moon was doing the initiation. Now he is being initiated upon. Unfortunately, there's really no follow-up there. But really, it's just Wukong trying to exert his pressure out on the jungle and try to make sure that he can carve that out for himself. This is not the way you want to start things out as a Medusa, but thankfully just barely able to get out there. Never was he so happy to have 2 Wraith Bands in his inventory.
Exactly, and I just looked at the last hits for the CS and the Knights, and Sniper at mid against Medusa he is playing around with him. You gotta pressure the Sniper, because right now 16 last hits and 8 denies, where Medusa has only 1 deny, which means this will add up for a Sniper. And we were talking about how Sniper players always think, I'm not gonna get ganked, I'm just gonna keep my distance. But if you actually allow a Sniper, there we go. Finally, we have a gank here, at least to pressure. But if you allow a Sniper to do this, you have to. The block didn't work.
God, that's the worst possible. Well, I guess the worst possible you just totally missed. But yeah, walling the Sniper to safety. It's probably exactly what he wanted. Well. Okay, nice try there. We're moving on, though. And let's check out the first rune spawns here. We've got invisibility and double damage. Okay, that's a pretty good way to start things off. Full Moon with a double damage rune. That's just going to make these initiations even more deadly.
All right, well, here we go. Monkey King taking a little bit of risk, but he knows Lich is behind him, and Omni Knight is in danger. I think he's basically done. He does go into the jungle. Ooh, but the creep.
Wait, did he really get that deny off? Yeah. No. Wait,
was that the deny? I missed it.
Yeah, the Savage took him out.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
I looked away for a sec. I think I blinked. I didn't even look away. And
well, one thing we should point out is that because we are playing on the new patch, denies work a little bit differently now. They changed around the XP that gets given away, and so you do have to really consider that as a change. Now, let's keep an eye here. Mars coming back in. He's going to get not 1, but 2.
That was a very big mistake by the Earthshaker. He literally, he got double stunned, but he blocked out Vengeful Spirit. I don't know, even if he didn't block him off, he still would have died, I think. However, either way, he blocked his own teammate off, who came to kind of, help him out. But Earthshaker today, right now, has been making a lot of bad fissure moves here already, starting from the first game. And as I say that, he comes here to support that kill.
Hey, well, at least when you die now, I think it costs you 50 less gold. So, sick. You're really cashing that one in on the bank as far as, unreliable gold goes. But let's keep an eye. Last hit. There we go. Great. Got a deny on the siege. So, I guess that's good. But I think now, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, with the new patch change, denies give, I think it's like 5% more XP
to the opponent.
So it's not like it's as punishing.
But it's still punishing.
Yeah, if you're not good at lasting in the lane, your opponent is, it used to be just really, really rough. And now it's a little bit less so. Still pretty bad if you're getting your siege creeps denied over and over again. So
and better comparison. Look at Sniper versus Medusa.
Oh my God!
Like Sniper almost has as much denies as Medusa got his last hit. So when that is happening, even with the updated patch, it's still going to hurt you. Earthshaker is found out in front of the secret shop by Monkey King. He's like, get away, I see you.
Yes, it's not a mystery. I mean, he's going to be in a position where, I mean, at least, wait, why is...
Oh, they're going in.
629 way up there.
Nice Fissure this time around.
Yeah, but that's exactly why he's here. Just to help 629 have a lane where even if he does get jumped on, like we saw happen earlier, he's not just going to die immediately. The only problem is, like, I'm just watching Monkey King just farm this one out, and you look at that. He just feels zero pressure. What is the Omni Knight going to do?
For it.
The damage is just so lopsided. I'm surprised if 629 even makes it back to his turret alive. You can just go for the dive here. Yeah, one more.
Doesn't want to tank the tower for too long here. The career does come and go. But yeah, these kills are going to add up here. If you look at the top, it's 0 to 7. 0 kills for Prime, Mongolia. 7 kills already for Cerberus in the first 7 minutes. So basically a kill per minute right now.
Yeah, I guess if you want to look at it that way, I'm just considering that Prime's playing for the late game. We call it that. That's
they
just
have to.
Well, yeah, okay. I'm trying to like make it seem a whole lot more even than it is ending life.
It's definitely not.
It is definitely not. I mean, hey, let's talk about the good things, right? The carries on Prime are insane if they get ahead, and if you look at the net worth, they're way up there. The only problem is that the sniper, the deny game's so good that he's really solidifying that lane for himself. Now Mars has been the big carry here, or one of them for Cerberus. Might not be for much longer. That's a nice takedown, taking out that 4-kill streak.
All right, well, you know, I was thinking before when the Earthshaker was kind of messing up with his fissures, with the blocks, thinking maybe he shouldn't gank so much. But here we go with the dive. They are going to go for the dive here.
Yeah, how boundless is that strike?
Nope.
Not boundless enough.
It's Imba. But anyways, as I was saying,
I mean, Leshrac coming in here. Brainiac could actually turn this. Those tower shots are going to add up. Look at how strong. In the end, he is... did he get denied there? No.
No.
Just checking at the end there. But no. That was a nice turnaround there. Still a 2-for-1. I'm not sure exactly if that's what they were looking for. But hey, Leshrac takes top gold with that kill. So can't feel bad about that.
Well, Leshrac, early game, to be honest, personally, he's not that strong. But getting that double kill is definitely going to boost him up in EXP and net worth or money. So, and when a Leshrac starts getting farmed, I don't know who's going to stop him.
Yeah, I mean, Leshrac is at least one of the easier to lock down heroes. I'm not sure exactly, if that's their carry potential, their big idea. Let's keep an eye on the bottom lane. Venge a little bit low here.
Fissure.
And look at that. Fissure's good, but so is that boundless strike. Savage, 23 Savage here, so strong, but he knows he can't initiate without the rest of his team. Here comes Mars in, hitting that 6 just in the nick of time, skewering Leshrac against the wall. That is one dead pony.
That is a dead pony. That was a clean kill, clean execution by Cerberus here. They are taking the lead again. They are paying Leshrac back for that double kill that he took before. He's like, don't come to this lane. Leave, go back to top.
I guess it's not technically a pony. It's a tormented soul. But he looks like a pony to me. So.
He's a shiny pony.
There's already a Centaur War Runner in here. We can't call him a Centaur. Got too many of those.
All right, well, still look at the CS going through for this
That's
sniper.
A little disgusting.
Yeah. They smoked up, though.
Yeah, all right. So I think especially 23 Savage looking for something. Hopping up onto a tree. Getting right back off just as effortlessly. It doesn't look like he's dancing on tree, even though that's what it's called. Oh, full moon.
Is clueless.
No, but it's not even close.
Deleted.
So I think we're starting to see one of the big kind of shortcomings of Prime as a team, and maybe this is something we can look for as we see them play a little bit later on as well. I don't think they have the vision that it requires to make the decisions that they are about their rotations here. Because if you look, Venge was mid, and I'm just like, okay, well, why is that the case? Because you need to have at least some support for that bottom lane, whether it's Omni Knight, whether it's Venge, something needs to be down there to stop dives like that from happening. And when your engager, when your gank support is getting dove, there's something wrong with that, and it's not going to stop just yet. Oh man, shish kebabs being made here in the mid lane by Seri.
And right now, it's good that you mentioned this vision control. Right now, Cerberus, they have these offensive wards right now to see the rotations of Prime Mongolia, to see how they rotate, to come, to calculate their backup timing. And Prime right now doesn't have too much offensive or defensive wards, which lacks in vision, and you're going to get ganked like that. When you have wards, you still get ganked because of the smoke, but when you don't have wards, that's just going to create more opportunities for your opponents to just comfortably just come around and just not pressure, but actually pick up kills with ganks.
I mean, one of the great things about Dota is that it's not over until the fat ancient sings, or whatever it is. And truly, the carry potential is gigantic for Prime. The only problem is they, got to get there. So we'll be just waiting for that to happen. Brainiac, he's getting his money. He's still not way up there, but the Medusa is not a zero threat option here. Something we'll have to think about, but we really haven't gotten to the point where Medusa really does a whole lot at this point. I mean, same thing for Cypher too. Arena Blood, once again, the Omni Knight going to be bleeding out here. Grimstroke ults through, and
he's got TP.
Yeah, but the skewer into the wall.
He is trying to survive here. The juke is happening, but
can't juke that. Seri with another kill. Mars going off again.
Goodness.
I'm sorry, I thought Sniper was the carry.
Yeah, no. Well, Mars, as you know it, he is a god, so he's gonna just not give up and just carry for himself.
Yeah, well,
see, the scarier thing is, you just said, oh, I thought Sniper was a carry. Sniper isn't even doing anything. He's just farming, and allowing his teammates to do the thing. And when they actually start getting pushed back by Prime, then Sniper.
Hey, takes a lot of work.
Yeah.
Did he really just assassinate? Okay, that's not necessarily the way I see that used all the time. Well, picking up the field bites and bopping him on the head. Piploy, I love the Lakan attack there, just as a nice little war cry. This is starting to go from bad to worse here. It's all well and good to have carries on your roster, but you might be carrying those on to the next game, because this one looks like it might just be over.
Yeah, it's definitely not going to go long. Like we said, Prime, they want to go as late as possible. Medusa, we haven't seen him fight yet, so there's still hope, because we've only been seeing small team fights, skirmishes, ganks. So until we actually see Sniper and Medusa join in the fight, and if there will ever be a regular team fight, an actual team fight, we'll see what happens then. But for now, Prime definitely getting pushed back, and Monkey King dives in for Medusa.
There's another Arena of Blood. The Spirit of the Wall, just effortless. Seri, there's nothing. He is a god.
Yeah, and we saw Earthshaker in there, up there in front of the ancient creeps. He was thinking, what do I do? Do I fissure? He's already dead. Do I tell them where I am? They might come for me, and he had to just stand still and watch.
Yeah, and that that hesitation is just probably the worst characteristic to ever have as a Dota player. Like, it's better to make a bad scan, or a bad, I read the scan off the screen. It's better to make a bad call that everybody follows than a good call that only a few people follow. And honestly, the reflexes, the initiation, what do you call it?
Oh, stun does go through here. The fissure follows. He is a dead painter.
I mean, that's one way to start picking up some kills. I think that's the first kill we've seen for Prime in a good long while. And going to the Leshrac, I mean, that's exactly where you want your gold. So good to see 252 heading that way.
All right. Well, Prime definitely still getting rid and kind of pressuring the top lane. The tier 2 tower already. Same thing for bot. Monkey King is pressuring the bottom side for Prime. So, you know, it's kind of even regarding the towers except for mid. So right now, Prime was already lacking in, you know, fighting for vision, and they had their mid tower down first. And that is going to cause a lot of problems here. And there we go. They're going to go in for the Leshrac.
Oh, immediate swap out there. Beautiful play by Venge to say, all right, let's save the carry.
Yeah.
I'll take one for the team. Gets taken out, but certainly much better than losing that carry.
But still.
But still.
But here we go. We have Monkey King jumping around in the forest.
Those poor trees. Yeah, Monkey King doing what Monkey Kings apparently are wont to do. He's going to be able to jump right on out of there. You know, I'm glad to see at least some care, some respect.
Yeah.
You know, put on the name of that of the Earthshaker. But at the same time, I think that just might signal kind of the beginning of the end here, because if you have a huge advantage and you're playing as safely as you can, I mean, how many opportunities are you really going to give the other team to try to make a comeback in this game?
Yeah, and also the thing is, I think the Monkey King wanted to go jump onto the Earthshaker, but they had a ward. Now it's de-warded by Medusa, I think. But he saw the Medusa, but look at this. The fight happens. All slowed. Oh my goodness, Cerberus just dominating. Mars coming in for that stunt to finish that off. And the sniper finally joins the fight, and he is just out of this world.
Yeah, the only thing I've seen from snipers, I think, and Assassinate that didn't get a kill. But now we finally get a chance to see what it looks like when a 160/30 sniper comes in and finally starts to join the fight. And now, what are you going to do? There's 3 versus 0 top lane. There's a sniper that could just AFK push down the mid lane, and even Wukong taking control of bottom. It doesn't get much better than this. For Cerberus, they certainly seem to be well and truly in charge.
Definitely. 5 kills to 18 kills. You guys can see the big, huge difference. You know, usually if it's a close game, we look at the kill, we look at the CS and the denies, we look at the net worth of each teams. But for a game like this, where the kills, it's over 3 times on the other side, this just basically speaks for itself.
I mean, even though the kills are the big numbers, they aren't always the biggest number. The biggest thing to kind of think about is, like, what are the objectives that are really being taken as a result of a lot of these fights? Are you looking for just really super farmed heroes? I don't necessarily think Cerberus has that as their win condition. Sure, Sniper's a god right now, but I think it's more about them getting the vision control that they need. You'll notice they have the ability to cut right through mid and then arc bottom. And so this position that we're starting to see down here is just so dangerous. 23 Savage can just jump right on in there, and I don't even think that Taburi knows the danger he's in.
All right, well, the smoke does run out. The Medusa, I don't know if he saw them. They are uphill, but
he didn't have high ground vision.
Yeah, but either way, no, they do. Oh, well, actually, yeah, they smoked through the ward, so I'm pretty sure they didn't. Medusa didn't catch him, but I guess he felt it. He felt the presence. He felt the aura of the demonic god Mars coming through.
Well, watch out for a second, because we might be getting some blood in our arenas. Omni Knight all the way up top, and if you look at just the distribution, it looks like Cerberus are just all about taking down that tier 2 on the safe lane. Not safe any longer. And Omni Knight really the only hero pushing for Prime. I think Prime are just way out of position to stop the loss of this tier 2 bottom.
Yeah, but if you just mentioned the top tier 2 getting pressured by Omni, also may go down. I don't see the hell. Oh, it is actually down. So yeah, it's a trade. So they are at least, Prime is at least keeping up in somewhat with the towers. So that is better than nothing for Prime.
You are certainly correct there. Better than nothing. Not great, but it's there. We take those sometimes. But let's see what's happening as the game draws on. It's not good enough for Sniper to just have an incredible amount of gold in CS. He's got that Midas kicking in. Now top lane, another arena of blood, skewering him up. And that is going to be another beautiful kill for our God of War.
Yep. Well, when Mars ults, nobody's going to get out, especially if he's with a Monkey King that is super farmed. So very unfortunate right now for the way it's going for Prime Mongolia, but still, like I said, there is a chance. And there we go. Earthshaker finally does that initiation, picks up that kill. Gosh, this is what they need to do.
Exactly. That's picture perfect, exactly what they wanted. Now, let's not get it twisted. We are going to have some Wukong's command here, but how in command is he? The answer is as in command as he wants. Perfect turnaround there. They get one, but they give up two, including Atlas Shrak.
Yeah, they got overjoyed, I think. With that kill pickoff, they could have, or they should have actually assumed, all right, they, even though we did get the kill, they were probably going to come, all right, they are actually going to go for Rosh. It is 22 minutes into the game. However, I think Prime, they should have just been happy with that one pickup with the Earthshaker.
Sure.
And then kind of regrouped, rethought of where the rest of Cerberus was, because they don't have any offensive wards on the side of Cerberus, so they didn't have any vision.
Oh, the swap on TNT. He explodes. Gosh. And even though there's the counter kill there, nobody cares about the Venge going down. Instant buyback, Arena of Blood on the pit, but it's not going to stop the deaths from coming through. Look at the sniper, free hitting from the back. Boom. How many headshots do you need? The assassination doesn't get the job done, but it's 23 Savage there to finish him off. Unstoppable. They go right back in the pit for more. An incredible display of dominance here by Cerberus, Thailand.
All right, on the board. Medusa does come with Vengeful, with the Leshrac that died earlier. He tries to dive in, but he's not strong enough. He gets melted. Nice fissure coming from the Earthshaker. They do pick up a kill. So 1-for-1 trade after that crazy chaotic fight that Prime actually lost, but they do kind of pick up somewhat of an advantage here for Rosh.
Yeah, but I mean, we aren't going to see the end of Cerberus here. We've still got Grimstroke.
The Monkey King does dive in.
Everyone in the pit, crazy chaotic damage, and even with that Aegis popped in the end, I think it's just going to be Taburi getting up, going right back down again, or wait, there's more.
It's not. The Leshrac, the buyback, the Aegis actually. Wow, the Medusa is actually stronger than I expected.
Did we just barely get over the hump? Are the carries just starting to kick in for Prime in a way that maybe Cerberus didn't respect there? I mean, I definitely thought that we were just going to have dieback after dieback come in from Prime, but no, they really fought that incredibly well there. And we're starting to see the vulnerability of having a sniper on your team. That we were just talking about. The sniper syndrome, where you just think that you're going to stay back and not get initiated on. Well, not so lucky.
As you say initiate, they do get that Vengeful Spirit, I think. Was that?
Yeah, Venge is dead for 70, so that is not going to be a hero. And after buying back as well, so.
Yeah, so actually the thing is for Prime at that fight in front of the Rosh pit, they did get a lot of buybacks coming through to try to get something out of the fight. Whereas Cerberus, they just stuck, and I don't think Cerberus, all of them bought back. I'm not sure if one of them bought back either, but yeah, so Prime committed with the buybacks, whereas Cerberus didn't. They still kind of didn't lose too much because they saved gold because they didn't buy back. So we'll see if Prime kind of committing in front of that Raj, getting a couple kills for the carries will change things.
We got Manta Style completed as well as Butterfly on that Medusa. So it doesn't get much scarier than that, especially Butterfly against the Sniper. Yep. You're going to have a carry battle. I don't think it's going Sniper's way, but I could be completely wrong about that. We'll have to watch and see what transpires here, because it actually could be anybody's game, even with a 7K net worth lead for Cerberus when it comes to Carry Town. Certainly seems like Prime may be the mayors of that.
Well, they tried to do something, make something out of that smoke, but nothing happened. Omni Knight is just going to farm here, make some money. He wants to be a little tankier than he is now, just to make sure that he survives a little longer here. Ooh, the ping is here. And,
yeah, they see Grimstroke there, but not in time to cancel the TP. That would have actually been such a sick pickoff too, because they had Venge dead for so long, and now it just completely flips the script. But no, Grimstroke out of there. able to reposition just back out of harm's way. Well, let's keep an eye out on to the next rotation here. It looks like Cerberus could be looking towards the middle.
Yeah, but right now, if you look at the maps, Prime is committed to the top lane right now. We have 4 heroes around top, and they don't have any offensive wards, or rather wards in Cerberus' jungle, except for that entrance near the rune spawn. So
yeah, you're right.
They can't see any of the rotations coming through. That's why they do back off here. Good call for Prime, even though there was no gank coming through.
Lich and Monkey King bottom. This is a push you really have to respect here. I don't know if you're... okay, yeah, there's the TP coming through from Leshrac. So, honestly, if they had waited and had Wukong on like a tree, then Brainiac could have just popped by walking into lane like that. They don't have any vision making sure that the Monkey King did, in fact, retreat.
Yeah, so if you notice right now, you know, I always talk about the vision fight. Prime has one kind of offensive ward on the top left, but if you notice, Cerberus, they are just playing super aggressive. They have control of their jungle as well as Prime's jungle. A lot of offensive wards. They are constantly de-warding. Prime, they're focused on defensive wards. They're warding in their jungle just to make sure to catch and pick up on Cerberus' gank rotations. And yeah, they were behind. They are still behind. They throw down that smoke. They want to make something happen.
Oh, yeah, and I think they just might here. Smoke on 5. MKB also just now completed for Sniper. So we were talking about how Butterfly might make that a one-sided battle. Not so anymore. That MKB going to completely turn the tides against that, that Medusa. So I think if we just have a straight-up fight, Cerberus once again might be on top, but they can't find anything off the smoke. Medusa pulling back, playing safe.
Yeah, Prime, if you noticed, the exact moment they smoked and came into their jungle, Prime, 4 of them, except for Omni Knight, the rest of the team, they just stayed at mid lane, waited until Cerberus decided to show themselves, and that was a very good call. Good eye on the side of Prime. If they were to go out to mid lane, they would have all died.
Yeah, for sure. But once again, knowing exactly when to back off here, Prime, they're not throwing this one away. And keep in mind, they have this split push Omni Knight. Never really thought I'd say that sentence too often, but he is getting the work done. Tier 2 is down, and he is going to have the opportunity to go high ground if he wants to. Look at the range on this Sniper. Just get me out of this game. Yeah. Atrocious. Disgusting. Last hit, where's it at? That would actually be really easy to deny there if they had somebody in range, but nope. That's a Tier 2 going down in the mid lane to Jabs.
Well, this is the benefit or the perks of having a Sniper on your team this late into the 30 minutes into the game. Still Prime 11 to 28 regarding kills. Medusa finally, obviously with the split shots, is going to catch up in CS. But now, like by this time, when people are getting 200 plus CS last hits, it's just all about the team fight. It's all about the vision fight, not to get ganked and to successfully gank.
Well, we've had this same 7K net worth lead for Cerberus for the last, like, I don't know, 5-10 minutes. Yeah. And the longer the game goes, 7K might sound like a lot, but when you both have 20K net worth, it's like, okay, well, that's a lot less, right? So as the game does draw on, I mean, nothing scarier than 6-slotted Medusa. So we absolutely could see Prime take this game late enough to really start things going in their favor. But I don't know, man. The more Midas charges we just see over and over again on this the Sniper, the scarier it does get.
All right. Well, now both teams, even Cerberus, who was up so ahead, and I was saying that they're so up in kills, but you were correct. You were kind of telling me that early game it may matter, but as the game goes on, when both teams just get farmed up, it'll matter less and less. And I think we got to the point where now 11 to 28 kills will matter less at this moment, and that is why Cerberus is just being so cautious. They are smoked down here. They want to make something happen.
Yeah, TNT looking to be the one.
Though. Good fallback.
Sari, he's got his finger on that R button. Where's he going to go?
There
it is.
Go.
The Spear of Mars into the tree.
He didn't even ult.
Yeah, he didn't even need it. Cerberus.
There we go.
Now on killing sprees, finally the Arena of Blood comes through, and there's the assassinate we all knew was coming eventually. They find 2, and probably maybe even a little bit more. Another tier 2, the final surviving T2 turret taken down here. Cerberus finally making that slow and steady race pay off.
Yeah, this tier 3 is also in danger with the sniper just poking it down from afar. Look at this. We have a shield man, Mars, and a king, Monkey King, just supporting this sniper, just being a nuisance to this tier 3. Like 40%, 50% of this tower HP is down already.
Oh.
Nobody is doing anything about it.
The take aim is actually ridiculous.
Medusa?
Probably not too worried about that, but the MKB is actually going to make a big difference if they do try to fight that out. Grimstroke trying to help out a little bit there, just making sure Carry gets out alive. Jabs will survive another day. What's the play here? I think Venge is out here fishing.
Yeah, they're fishing. They are going to pretend to go to Rosh, and Mars does get the stun.
Yeah, but
come through. Yeah, no,
haven't seen a swap just yet, though. Nope, dies with it up. So where is the Arena?
Goodness.
Here it is, but a nice Omni Knight. Oh, very well positioned. Really does give Prime a kind of fight they want. And if you look at that Medusa,
gosh,
1, 2, 3, we're getting a double.
In danger, and the Earthshaker from behind catches that sniper and does not allow him to do free damage here.
Beautiful fissures right, left, and center, and nobody to focus that. Medusa Omni Knight coming through in the clutch. What an insane fight. Prime find exactly what they needed, and now they're just going to shove right up the mid lane. They're looking to go high ground.
All right, we do see the buybacks coming through on the side of Prime. Oh my goodness. Definitely Cerberus. They have to buy back. 2 buys back. Sniper does come back. Lich does come back.
Okay.
Feels like they are just going to back off, play it safe. It's a win, but it's not a win for. It's not a big enough win to go for that tier 3 mid tower, so they are going to fall back.
Right. When I say they're going high ground, it's like if you don't force out buybacks, that's the direction you're going, and really forcing out those buybacks. Absolutely huge. Now, for the first time, it feels like this game less than a 7K net worth. Look at that, the fissure! Instantaneous catch there, and a mega kill streak for Medusa? Oh man, this doesn't get much worse than this. Prime, they're just finding one pick right after another. Swap in, the stun, the Medusa going off against TNT. Almost dead to right. Yeah, I mean, it's a dead bench here in the...
Omni Knight TPing out.
Whoa, no! Knocked right out of it.
Yeah, you don't want to TP out right in front of a Mars or even a sniper.
I like the Yules to like just say, okay, I'll survive for another 2 seconds here, but not really.
All right, so right now, we've been seeing this over and over. Prime, they get something out of a fight. Right?
Yeah.
But they commit too much. They try to make something out of it. They try to get 1+1. But for now, it's not a 1+1 day. You're not at the position. You got that 1, back off, just go for a 1 the next day. Don't go for that +1 on the same day. Here, because of that, they're going to give Cerberus Roshan again.
Now this is Roche number 2, correct me if I'm wrong. All right, so we're going to get cheese here, but we're not going to get some of the new changes to Roshan on patch 7.2.2. We're not going to get Aghanim's charges.
Yeah, the scepter item.
Yeah, and we're also not going to get refresher charges either, so we're just going to have to wait for one more before this patch really kicks in. But yeah, what's next? Honestly, just don't get picked off, please. Oh, Fool Man. This is actually really scary. This is exactly, out of, what is Journey to the West? Is that what the movie that Wukong's from? Well, this is exactly like the middle where he is journeying. I guess they are technically moving eastward, but anyway, my analogy fails. Yeah, we are just going to have a TP out.
Yeah, was able to TP out because you notice all the wards, finally, defensive wards are working in Prime's favor.
Yeah, exactly.
So he was able to successfully escape from that. Not a biggie, Earthshaker, but now we're kind of at that Cold War stage, even though Prime got a win in a team fight, I guess, in a way. Committed too much. Cerberus picks off a kill or 2, gets that Roshan, gets that Aegis, and now it's at the Cold War stage again. They're just going to farm the ancients. They're going to just allow everybody just to get, you know, full items here.
I mean, you're talking about full items. We already have, I think that's what, a 4-item Medusa. Yeah. Hurricane Pike picked up as well. So, I mean, this is just, it's just going from bad to worse. I feel.
The stun lands!
Beautiful pick there. Immediate. Yep. Ownage on the Omni Knight. Now, nice BKB does force that out. I think that's like a 9-second. So a big cooldown to take out.
But with that Omni Knight picked off, they know that they have no chance. They don't have his ult. They don't have his heal. So the only reason Prime was actually able to win a team fight right before this was because of that lovely Omni Knight ult. But look at this, another stun. The Earthshaker just gets picked off every single time. This is not a good way. This has been going on for this Earthshaker. Yeah,
you play 36 minutes and then you lose your trio of supports like that, and you're just like, okay, well, what was that for? The carries are staying alive. The carries are farming. The carries are very strong, but Prime need the support.
Well, this is not good because I know from the start, Earthshaker, he had to be the playmaker. He had to be the one to either delay or not. But oh my goodness, as I was saying that, Medusa.
Yeah, don't get it twisted. Medusa's still very, very strong, but can't really walk into Wukong and needs to move forward just to defend these racks. One low, I think it's melee racks, but it's not going to go down just yet.
It's not going to go down. They wanted to get one of the racks down, but they knew that if they commit. See, this is the difference. Cerberus, even though the racks was so low, I think a couple more hits landing from the sniper would have got it down, but they decide to pull back. And, you know, this is the difference where Prime, they commit after a win. They commit, and then that win turns into a stalemate or a loss. Whereas Cerberus, they take that win. A small win is good enough for them. They pull back. They don't lose or, you know, give anything back to Prime, and they keep that win going on. All right, Prime, they want to make something happen. They smoked up.
Yeah. Everybody except...
Oh, my goodness. If they find them on the other side...
Yeah, Sentry is coming out here, trying to get vision.
Nope, that's not going to happen. Unfortunately, it was a good try.
Yeah, and I don't even blame them because it feels like this entire game, Cerberus have had presence on that southern side of the map. But when Roshan's up, and this is like, you know, specifically the third one where you're really going to start to get some of these extremely powerful items. I mean, I don't even, I don't know if control on the bottom side is what you're really looking for.
Oh my god, look at this Mars. He's still smoked up. He's still, oh no, he got the Invis rune, I think.
Yeah, that is Invis rune.
He's just providing vision.
Chipping away at these shrines out there, just little by little. Jabs helping Cerberus take the slow and steady path here. Now,
he's just being a human ward right now.
There's the Blink the Skewer backwards.
But there we go. The stun, the pushback and the stun. The fissure trying to save him.
Nice BKB, just walks right through.
Yep, gets out, TP's home. That was a good pick off. Look at this. Is that that's Leshrac pushing the bottom lane, pressuring, forcing Mars to TP towards bot. Just gonna TP it. Oh my gosh. Just gonna let him go. A little bit too late.
Wow. Well, I mean, a pick like that doesn't warrant a buyback or anything scary, but it does certainly give the map control back to Cerberus. They know that without a 5-on-5, you know, they're not really going to be too vulnerable, especially when you pick up the swap. So keep an eye here. Oh no!
Oh, but it's okay. It's okay. 1v1 fight.
I mean, Taburi did get the arcane rune, so if you want to hit that stone gauge, that's going to be a great one to get
and the fight is going on at top here.
That's right. So Wukong's command is up top, but look at the positioning on this Medusa, totally out of harm's way. Buyback on the Earthshaker here, but look at the Circle of Blood. The arena's coming through, and inside is that Medusa.
The Venge does swap the Medusa out.
Venge
does
even
live.
Looking like he could escape himself, but yep.
Jabs looked back for a split second. He does die. The Earthshaker and the Medusa do stay alive, but see, once again, Prime Medusa started off by getting hit and running away from the sniper. Another skirmish teamfight was happening on top while that Medusa was running away. And when the Medusa eventually ran away into joining that skirmish at top,
Wait, was there a
What?
hero there? No.
No.
Okay, I was
But
all
yeah,
I saw was just a giant explosion.
Yeah, but when the Medusa joined that fight, it kind of started to come and unfold in Prime's team fight in a way, forcing Cerberus to kind of group up and kind of come back together. But Prime, once again, they committed. They didn't feel like falling back when they had the chance, and they got 3-man pickoff again. The Earthshaker and the Medusa survived, but still at a loss. 11K net worth difference.
Yeah, and now we are going high ground. That Rax might have healed up a little bit, but not enough. Are they going to try to save it? I think you have to.
Nope. Goes down. Both the Rax, the range, and the melee will go down.
Oh, and now the jump in.
Mars.
But look at Medusa in a perfect spot towards the back. Is Stonegate going to come out to really turn this around? It doesn't look like it.
All right. It's still a great pickoff onto one vengeful spirit here. It's just going to be a spirit dead in gray. 50 seconds left. And look at this. Look at how Cerberus just gets one pick and falls back, does not commit.
Yeah.
This is what it is. This is a winning fight. This is a winning game that Cerberus is playing. They are not committing. They don't need to commit right now with 15K net worth on top of them, backing them up.
Some credit to Grimstroke there. You got to give it to him.
Yeah.
Really do like that pick here just to prevent things like the Medusa from just picking a target and going to town. You don't really want to do that when it hurts you as much as it does them.
All right. Well, they are having a great time here. A clone sniper. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
The mini stunts that comes through with 3 snipers. I don't even want to be in this game right now.
Certainly putting that illusion rune to use there. But, I mean, the Manta style as well. Yeah. Got illusions on both sides. Those are going to get taken out. And it looks like we are going high ground on the mid lane.
Yeah, well, this is what happens.
What are you going to do? You going to sit there? I mean, I will die eventually.
Well, that's the thing. We have the Earthshaker still dead for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I still want to see a great, at least 3 to 4 man Blink Dagger ult, but
DOTA walking a little bit too far forward, gets chunked down below half. Now pretty much completely useless for this fight. And I'm sure you can fortify for as long as you want, but it's not going to last forever. And this sniper might just win the game by himself.
Oh my gosh, uncontested. These racks will go down. The melee goes down now for the range.
Not overcommitting, recognizing that.
See, that's the thing. Like, right now, in my mind, as Sniper was falling back, right? I was like, why not just do like 3 or 4 more hits and then just get the melee, the range racks down as well? But see, that's the problem. That's why I'm here sitting, casting, and not playing. Because, like you said, if he stayed and went for that 3 to 4 more hit to get that range racks down, there was a possibility of getting picked off. And wow, I gotta commend Cerberus for having those patience, having the control to pull back, even though that range racks was so close to going down.
Tempting, yeah. Definitely don't want to get greedy at this point. I mean, look at it this way, Ending Life. We're 40 minutes in, and I do still believe that anything can happen. The only problem is that we're starting to see some forces of inevitability start to kick in. Sniper, he will inevitably take all your stuff.
Oh
TNT
my goodness,
might have just found Venge. Yeah, there he is. Sun Wukong gonna drop down and turn it to night.
All right, well, Vengeful went in there to kind of, I don't know if it was to D-ward or to just offensive ward, but wow.
Was there a list track there? Can you tell me? I didn't see.
No, it was already a dead horse. So
okay, yeah.
They were just looking at the corpse.
Man, yeah, Jab's making glue out of Prime here. Now going for Roche number 3, right.
Yeah, so starting from Roche number 3, you can click on the Roche to see whether it's going to drop the Scepter item or the Refresher item. It will be in the Roche inventory.
Boring. I didn't want a Refresher.
There it is. We have the cheese.
Yeah, and Refresher shards.
Refresher, yeah.
So no Ag shards yet. This patch is not kicking in. But, I mean, even just a Refresher charge, it looks like that is probably on Grimstroke, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, either way, you know, Prime right now, that vengeful getting picked off, he was still trying to deward or ward offensively, trying to get as much vision as possible. But you know, this happens in any MOBA game, not only in Dota 2, but any MOBA game. When you're as a support or as a person holding the ward, when you go ward at a late game like this, 45 minutes into the game, you don't go alone. You stick with your team to go together to ward or de-ward. And Vengeful going by himself, or herself rather, will get punished for going by herself. And now the bottom tier 3 tower is down, and if both of these racks go down, they're not going to be able. Prime's not going to be able to defend.
Yeah, they're looking for megas here. Yeah. One rack's all that stands in their way, and there's nothing that Prime can do to stop them. Now down on the T4s, Jabs.
Creeps.
Yeah, Jabs just kind of leading the charge. Swap in there on Sari, but he's the last person you want right on top of your carries. Nice BKB in the back here, but Taburi's gonna have to go back to the fountain.
Yep. All right, the monkey is going to keep them out for now. Oh goodness, this is GG.
Yeah, it certainly seems that way. They might have one last-ditch effort left in them, but it doesn't look like there's...
does go in.
Yeah, okay, he goes down though. Hexed out immediately. That side device beautifully placed. Now Jabs, he's gonna have to smoke himself on out of there. But in the end, Root here catching 23 Savage. But I think this is just a bait onto Taburi. He might be strong, not strong enough. Sari, the new kid on the block to this Thai roster, unstoppable on that God of War. And now the Ancient will fall. Congratulations to Cerberus, who take the first win of the day.
Wow. I would be lying if